Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be having a day out of the van and I'm going to be doing a bit of like a research trip slash just a drawing day at a museum because I'm just feeling like I need a bit of a refresh in terms of my work, my creative practice. Going somewhere new and drawing from life really helps with that. I'm going to be going to a museum and it's a natural history museum. What I'm really hoping for is lots of cabinets of bugs, which I do believe that they have, lots of specimens, because I would like to continue my bug theme in my sketchbook. I've got a few spreads about bugs already. Shield bugs, I love those guys. Caterpillars, also love. There's more. Oh, weevils, can't forget weevils. I'm having a bit of a moment where I'm quite obsessed with bugs. Got this book from a second-hand bookshop recently, and I think this obsession is probably going to feature in an upcoming project released as part of in my Etsy shop relaunch, which is going to be coming soon-ish. Yeah, I'm basically on a big personal work mission. I've got my pencil case and this has all of my pencils, coloured pencils in here mostly, a few pens. I've sharpened them all last night, so I'm kind of ready to go. Got my bag. It's got my cagoule in it. I need to take some water with me. Phone, my wallet, camera batteries, take my water, and let's go and have a good day. Before I go, I just wanted to film Quentin a little bit because he's so gorgeous. I wish I could take him with me. You can go to sleep on this little cushion like a little angel. Isn't he the cutest dog you've ever seen? I'm obsessed with you. I'm obsessed with you. Oh, look at that little paw. Upon arrival to Bristol Museum, I decided I needed to sit a while in the cafe, have a little refreshment and a rest before I started drawing. I then went upstairs to the Natural Sciences section, which was smaller than I remember. I've been coming to this museum for a long time, although not so much in recent years. The displays they had on insects were good, but unfortunately I found they were also really badly lit. I couldn't see any of the details, and it would have been really hard to draw any of the wee beasties. I was pretty disappointed by this. I thought I'd had a failed mission to the museum, but then I wandered through to the minerals and geology section. Firstly, the precious stones were a visual delight, and secondly, I was really interested in the displays on geology and fossils through the ages. The display on plants becoming coal was what first piqued my interest. The monochrome textures and patterns left by the plant matter was so cool and interesting. It reminded me a bit of lino cut printing. I then found these trilobite fossils and instantly they reminded me of woodlice, which have been featuring amongst my bug drawings in my sketchbook lately. Trilobites are an extinct group of arthropods, which is the same family that woodlice of today belong to, although trilobites are more like very distant cousins. Arthropods make up 75% of all animals on Earth, and include cockroaches, crabs, butterflies, beetles, centipedes, scorpions, shrimp, spiders, lobsters, lice, ticks, termites, woodlice, and sea monkeys, amongst others. It was pretty cool to think about these fossilised creatures, who would have been crawling along the seabed in the silt and the mud some 500 million years ago, during the Cambrian period. I didn't know I would be so inspired by the fossil displays, and I wouldn't have had a new area to study and paint had it not been for my trip to the museum. So in the end it was worth it to get out and explore. Craig met me at the museum and we went to have a Subway sandwich together afterwards. I was really tired after standing and drawing, and after the busyness of the city. So it's a new day, it's the next day. I didn't really film very much I didn't film at all when I got back from the museum. I was feeling really exhausted. I'm just not a city dweller anymore. Craig and I haven't been spending very much time in cities since we moved into the van. I think especially as when you live in a van, your outdoor space is so important because you are just in this little container. In a city we feel way more cramped and restricted than we do when we're doing van life in the countryside. So that's because as soon as you open that door there, you're surrounded by people. So anyway, enough of my moaning. There are obviously good parts of being in the city, the main one being seeing family who also live here. Today I'm going to be in the van getting on with some work, following on from yesterday's trip. I've come home with lots of things that I want to research and draw and paint in my sketchbook, So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the rest of today, and I guess I'll just show you the process of what I get up to. I've just made myself a bit of a lunch. I've got some sweet potato pakoras from Aldi. All of this is from Aldi. Some quinoa, radishes, cucumber, salad leaves, and some hummus. Hello, good afternoon. So I've just finished a painting. Craig came in and saw this and said it kind of looks like my old style of painting, and I would agree. It's got that kind of early Holly Exley charm. I don't know, I think it might be the paper. It's just not feeling that crisp. I'm working on a postcard. I got given this box of watercolour paper postcards and I'm trying to use them, and I like to stick them in my sketchbook. It's not my favourite. It's a bit thin. It just makes the edges of my paintings quite a little bit fuzzy. I don't know, like the details aren't as crisp. Something I've been doing is making these little corners. I just use cardboard that I find in our recycling, and I make little corners to stick the postcards in so that I can just take the corners off and the postcards are preserved. I kind of want to make a background behind this because it's just feeling a bit plain otherwise. That's my first trilobite painting done. This is my folder. This is my Pritt stick, and this is my folder where I keep things that I cut out of magazines that I really liked over the years. I kind of condensed it down to this one folder, and I'm hoping I can find something within this folder so that I can make a background for my trilobite. I'm thinking maybe just some textures, like some wood, some floor kind of textures would work quite well, wouldn't they? Because I'm trying to suggest the similarities between a trilobites and woodlice. So kind of like a floor background could help to suggest that. And some more kind of floorboardy texture. Ooh, or maybe just some old paper from a book could be quite nice. Nice and warm, which is what I wanted. That's definitely more like old school Holly. I used to always collage old vintage books into my sketchbooks when I was back at school. So yeah, that's really old school me. I really want to put this grub in my sketchbook. This is one of my paintings I did ages ago. I've decided to, I recently stocked up on loads of these pads. They're made with cotton and not plastic, and they're hard to find in a lot of places, so I've got quite a lot of boxes of them. I'm always just looking for little bits of cardboard to make the corners here so that I can stick the postcard down, try and make them square and then cut in half. I've just been summoned to the pub, so I'm going to do these corners quickly, then get the dogs ready. It's about 6 p.m. now, so I'm gonna go and meet Craig and my brother-in-law. I'm gonna go to the pub with the dogs. It's nice to get the dogs out. They have had a big long walk today. We took them all on a walk to the park, and they had a big sniff around and they met some people. But it's nice to like get them out in the evenings as well. I think Midge especially likes it, being around lots of people. He wants everyone to pay attention to him. Dog hair all over my stuff. It is day 3 of me doing sketchbook stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm feeling quite lost. I don't know what this video is. I don't know what this little project is, but I'm trying and I'm learning, I guess. So yesterday you will have seen that I was working a little bit in my sketchbook after we got back from the pub. I was just doing that in front of the TV whilst we were watching Bake Off. I've been working today on something that I don't really know what it is, but I'm just drawing lots of trilobites. Of course, I've got lots of little ones that I've cut out. You see them? And I'm gonna paint them now. I've made a little background as well, watercolor background, and I'm gonna, I don't know, stick them on. What am I doing? I don't know. Basically, I was watching this video that I found on TEDx's YouTube channel about trilobites. Yeah, it's a really good animated video, and I really liked this still that I paused on, just like the layout and the organisation of the fossils and like the different types of trilobites that existed. There's so many different variations of them. It's kind of cool. So I made my own background inspired by that one. And then I've got these that I'm gonna stick on here as a little starting point. I don't really know what I'm doing. I feel quite lost at this stage. I just wanted to do one more thing before I end out this video. And the thing that I'm doing I'm not entirely happy with, but oh well. Yeah, so I'm just gonna colour these in a similar way to this one. So I just finished that little banner I said I was going to do. There it is. So I'm going to stick it. Sorry it's so dark in here again. I'm doing stealth mode, aren't I, in the van. I'm going to stick it on my page, but that'll be this done. I think I am going to colour this little ribbon banner yellow, just feeling like that might be a nice colour to tie everything together. And yeah, that's the strange little art piece that I've done today. I don't really know. Actually, I think it's turned a corner and I'm kind of happy with it now. It's got a certain charm. For most of the process of doing this little painting, I haven't really understood what I was getting at and why I was doing this. Now I do, I think. I think it's cute. I'm alright with it. So yeah, I'm going to end this video now. I hope you have enjoyed spending a few days with me working in my sketchbook and exploring a bit of the city. Right now I'm going to go off and meet my mum for an after work drink. I'm going to take Quentin with me. He's stuck to my leg down here, looking up at me, being like, can we go out? I'm glad I managed to get another video up and published, because I'm definitely not really feeling back in the swing of it yet, but I'm trying. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you have any strong opinions on trilobites and fossils in general. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video and what you thought and what you'd like to see from me in future. Thanks for all your comments and support on my recent videos. It's been so lovely to hear from you again, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.